Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is SKTV coming to you live from Phoenix, Arizona. My name is Sekou Kene. Happy to be here today. Today is another day, another thought-provoking or provocative topic. We are here today to discuss the alleged $70 million that was allegedly missing before the retired suffering rally organized by the CPP. It is very important that you tune in today in numbers and we can have this conversation. I know we supposed to come on about 20 minutes ago. We were trying to establish connection with our folks back in Liberia. It is still a work in progress. We do not have connection yet from Liberia, talking about the radio, Truth FM 96.1. Whatever be the case, we will still be here and we have the show on here on SKTV. So we want to encourage you to share the show. Tag your friends. Share in your groups. Share on your pages. Share on your personal page. Share in any chat room you may be in, because we've heard a lot. And the good thing is, the case, the matter is still ongoing, but with the information we have in our possession and based on our own investigation, there are a lot of pieces that need to be put together to make sense out of this whole episode. There are a lot of things that are unclear. However, we are here to bring you as much as we can so that you can be in the know of what is actually going on when it comes to that alleged $70,000 that was missing before the rally. Yes, some are saying there are other audio recording they may have. Some are saying the recording they have is not or may not be authentic. But what we have here is authentic. And we'll dive into details. After we have shared the show, we'll begin the conversation and we'll give you all the information. I'm very, very happy to be here. I want to say thank you to all of you that are already here. Tiola Gibson and Diallo Benji, and also Cephas and Numa Power. Everybody that are here already, I want to say thank you to all of you. But I want to say that SKTV is back and we are back for good. We have a lot of information coming to us, whether it's about the former vice president, whether it's about the NPP, whether there were some financial inducement when it comes to resolution of the issues within the NPP, whether it's about the plan for the 2023 election, We have a lot of information available to us as we speak. But today we're going to be discussing in-depth information about the alleged 70K that is missing before the rally. But I want to say thank you to all of you for showing up. Smith Dawia, welcome. Yamonti Kranga, welcome. Happy New Year to all of you. Some of you that I haven't seen for a while. But yes, I want to encourage you to share the show. We're going to play a song for like 1 or 2 minutes, and then we will jump into the conversation right away. We are coming on a little late, so I want to make sure we cover everything that you need to know. Share the show. As you share the show, that will make it easier for us to start the show as soon as possible.
Hey. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Oh. It was gonna be
D12 on the beat.
If nobody talks about you, you are nobody. If nobody chewing your bone, you are nobody. They will know everything about you more than you know yourself. Yeah. They will talk just to bring you down. Yeah. They will spread all your bad news more than
So, welcome back, folks. Once again, I want to say welcome to SKTV. We are happy to be back. We are happy to have you on here. We told you guys that we're going to give update on the alleged missing $70,000 that got missing prior to the Retire Suffering rally in Liberia, Monrovia to be specific. So what we're going to do here is that we have two different recordings. So those of you who say you have some recording, that's okay. What we're going to do, we are going to try to play the appearance of Mr. Simeon David on Spoon Talk. Because when he appeared on the Spoon Talk, he denied everything. And he made some revelation as well. So, what we're going to do here is that we're going to play a portion of what he said on Spoon Talk. And then we will also, let's see here, trying to get some. Yeah, so we will play that. We'll play some of the comments made by him on the Spoon Talk. And then we will play the audio, the two audio that he was recorded on. Then we can have a conversation on the authenticity of the audio. But beyond this guy's audio, we have clear understanding as to what really happened. And from our own investigation, this guy may have a big portion of the problem. It looks like some things are not clear. As a matter of fact, before we decide to do this show, we reach out to the man who is basically being held responsible for his position, for being in charge of the money before it got allegedly stolen. Speaking of Mr. Martin Kula, Secretary General of the Liberty Party, who is also an official of the CPP, who was supposed to be in charge of the money before it got missing. We spoke to Martin Kula, informing him of having some information on the alleged money, informing him about the guy in question that we managed to have some recording from the guy, and we wanted to go talk about it on the platform. So we invited Martin Kula to be on the show so that we can get his side of the story on the issue. So we were told that there is an internal investigation ongoing among them. And the internal investigation, according to Martin Kula, could last for up to 2 weeks, 1 or 2 weeks, and until such investigation can be concluded, he will be unable to come to any media, whether social, print media, or on the radio, to make any comment in regards to the investigation in question. And we informed Mr. Martin Kula that we will have a show on this subject. So what I will do right now, I'm going to play the video from our friends talking about Spoon Network when the gentleman was invited there to speak. So yes, we spoke with Martin Kula. I left, and we have also spoken with other people in search of the facts. So it will amuse you that our own investigation, we found out that this money thing is deeper than being presented to the public. We found out that there are some people involved, but their names have not been mentioned. We also found out that the seriousness of the matter could potentially create some serious problem within the CPP arrangement if care is not taken. Somebody said whether I spoke to Simeon. We attempted, but to no avail. We attempted, but we were unable to speak to Simeon yet. But we have recording of Simeon. 2 different recordings. It's the same recording, but the person recording him in the first phase of the discussion, of the talking, Simeon communication with the person recording got disconnected. They reconnected and continued with the recording. And then after that, there was a recording also. And then when they reconnected for the 3rd time, they couldn't speak because his line was very bad. And from what we know, when we listen to him speaking on the Spoon Talk, he said he was in Liberia. But according to the audio, he is not in Liberia. And our investigation also have it that the gentleman, the country he's in currently, we have some idea as to where he is, but we do not want to dive into all of that in order to not create problem for the investigators. So like I said to you, we have a lot going on. We have a lot of things to cover. But the top issue to discuss today is the 70K in Simeon. So, like I said to you, maybe toward the end of the show, we'll discuss a little bit about the VP, the former vice president's health. We also have some information on that. But the show today is going to be about Simeon for now. Let's listen to him and listen to, hold on 1 second. Where is the, okay. Let's get this audio, and then we will. Like I said, this is from Spoon Talk, so we're going to capture some part of the audio. You listen to the statement from him on the Spoon Talk, and you will listen to the audio. Then we can make a judgment from there. Let's see here.
Great. So, James, I know you're going to hang with us. You're going to keep in the number. Let me bring in Simon G. Davis. How you doing?
I'm great.
Welcome to Spoon Talk.
I thank God for my life. Where they shoot at, I'm 100% okay. Yeah, and I in the same bush. I came for some health matter. Yeah, but I thank God for being God. I come to myself small.
Are you? What's your full name? And what was your position? Introduce yourself to the folks.
Thank you very much again. By the way of introduction, I'm Simeon G. Davis from Liberia, Buchanan City, Grand Bassa County, and a special driver to Martin C. Kuda from the CPP. Quote unquote, 70,000 were allegedly alleged on the name of Simeon G. Davis, and at the Simeon G. Davis for that. And I think God had a little bit of strength that will clarify things to the Liberian people because how to do integrity is matter. So that's why I decided to appear to net on Spoon where the children feeling all right. I try my all best. Yeah. Even I let a hand up guy in the bush. Yeah, I let a hand.
So I just paused for a second just to get you up to speed. You heard him saying he decided to come on Spoon. Just to clarify. On the audio, remember this show on the Spoon Talk happened after the New Year, just a few days ago. And the audio was recorded before the season. And you can hear him saying that at some point he'll be going to Spoon. He'll be going to Spoon Talk to speak. I just want to make sure you pay attention to everything, because if you are doing investigation, you pay attention to everything so you can get the facts, from it. Don't just listen to noisemakers, people who just come to distract. Pay attention to detail.
And I was able to see how best to be on the platform tonight. So the Liberian people should share this particular video, invite your friends to get the truth, nothing but the truth, but the truth is the truth.
Great. Saggy Simon Freeman want to say, listen, thank you very much. All the guys coming on. We're going to have 1 hour with you. So let's give it our best shot, because we have another segment coming up within 1 hour. That will be former Senator Sandro Dazo Johnson. He come to talk about Western Crosser. This is what makes this thing big. You are Simeon G. Davis. Are you the driver that used to drive for Martin Coulard? Just to be clear.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
How many years have you driven for him? How many years have you been with Martin Coulard?
I've been with Martin Coulard close to 2 years now. 2 years. The last year I started driving with Martin Coulard close to 2 years now.
All right. So you started driving for Martin close to 2 years. Talk to us about who Martin is first.
Follow me?
Talk to us. Talk to the viewer. Everybody listen to you right now. Who is Martin? Since you've been driving, how you guys' relationship been?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I left Grand Bassa County as I said in the usual stage, and that's why I grew up, and I got to be acquainted. I got to be acquainted by on Martin Sekurachu on Daniel Beseji, which is also part and parcel of the Liberty Party and the CPP, which he is a chairman or chair for the 15 countries. And he was the one who recommended me to Martin Sekura. He recommended me because my track records. I'm a man that have integrity. Because I from 6,000 USD, which I gave back from Striker Bear, which I gave back from phone, which I gave back from a lot of things that I gave back. At the evidence there, you can take your microphone and go Grand Bassa County to do a follow-up. What are these men or men with integrity? The record are there. I am not boasting. I was ill, and my issue had to do with spiritual matter, and I've been too embarrassing Martin Kura for me to go for a medical issue. So, Time King, I've been hammering. I want to go. He said, wait, because I'm driving, I did not take him pay. The reason I decided to drive without taking pay, because I have the hope and the faith that when Martin could have win a representative, I will work. I'll be a personal driver. I had a faith that if for Kumi to win, I will also work. So based on that, I started the breath of life I heard and decided to sacrifice myself. And Martin aware. I'm a man that have my family in Grand Bassa County. I have 4 lakh of land and I have house there. I have property that I not just men that from the street. So after that, I came and I accepted being with Martin. Martin said, my man, I will give you $50 US. I said, no problem. I started with Martin Sekura. Time came, he started giving me the $50 US. So luckily for all, the chairman, which is Muta Asambirete, went and he said that the driver need to get on pay. They put our name on the payroll of Liberty Party at that time, and CPP are not yet in March yet. So our Liberty Party, our way. So Musa was paying the driver $150. Martin was receiving my money, gave me $75, which I was not mad because my focus was not to get bread. My focus was the lot I started ahead of me, which for me to benefit. So after my health matter start getting worse, I told Martin, I said, Martin, I need to go for my treatment. The thing is not hospital thing. So Martin continue and dragging it. So thanking the appointed Martin to serve as the chairman on the entire suffering rally. After he became the chairman, the people decided to trust him to start giving money to Martin. I've been with Martin. Martin has sent me for a lot of money. I've been giving Martin money. 1 cent has not yet lost. I tell him, Martin, just want to invite Martin on this show.
So I'm sorry. So what you just said, you can hear that too on the audio, that this is not the first time he has seen money with Martin. And he gave reasons why he decided to take the money this time around on the audio. So I just want to make sure you pay attention to those areas. Just as he said on Spoon Talk, that this is not the first time I've seen money with Martin. But why he decided to take the money this time around, he's going to say it on the audio recording. Just want to make sure you pay attention to those key areas as we go along, to listen to the gentleman here.
Yeah, actually, also invite Martin on the show. Martin has sent me for money, and I received the money. I had kept Martin money all 1 cent losing. When Martin sent me to Kumi, I go to Kumi, I receive money for Kumi, I bring it to Martin, you go in that book, you will see my name there. It's not 1 time, it's not 2 times, not 3 times. Martin, I give me 15,000 twice, which they are paying that card at 1 cent in not loss. Martin and when I want them will go to work, there will be no food with bear. It will come home 11 to 12. You will come food and give it to me. I accept it, I eat it, I'll go home. When we get father that, I don't have problem. Because I know that tomorrow when you win, I will work. Now how can I say, but then since that's the case, your problem getting worse, I will see what to do. That day we drove, we went to the office in the yard. After we went in the yard, Martin said, okay, since that's the thing you want to go, I will give you $100. I cannot spoil his name. You contribute $100 and give it to me. And I went, I took the $100, I added on the money that was happening because my woman doing business in Buchanan. My wife doing business in Buchanan. Now how come I went, I took it, I added on the extra $200 that was happening. Now how come I went and I left, I came in the bush. After I came in the bush, I was in the bush. My phone went out of current because the place was distant. You will walk for 3 to 4 hours. Now how come I came to get my power bank because I carry my power bank, and there is my power bank. The reason of me showing the power bank.
So we will stop that video there for now and jump into the conversation. And we're going to play the audio. The first portion of the audio, we want to play that. Here's the reason why we stopped there so far. During our investigation, according to him right now, he said he left for the Sikh bush. In the Sikh bush incursion, he's telling people in Liberia, even in the on the audio, he can say he's somewhere in Liberia. But at the same time, when the person asks him about the mineral water and stuff, he said, I bought my water in Liberia and put it in my bag. And that means he bought the water in Liberia before crossing into where he is currently. But I want you to pay attention to the audio. We're going to play the audio. But again, we asked Martin Kula to come on here because he is a principal person on this issue. I think my friend and brother just, what's his name? Joseph Conto just reminded me to put the Cash App number up there. I always forget. People tell me to do it every day when we come on back and forget. 480-862-0783. If you wish to donate to SKTV, this number is both Cash App and Zelle. So if you wish to donate to SKTV, we will appreciate it. Joseph Conto, thank you for the reminder. Yeah, so the audio, we're going to play the audio. But I just want to make sure that, you know, we are together. We're following the information provided. Because you cannot benefit from this information if you're not paying attention. Some people come here to distract. Some people come here to make noise. But trust me, our job is to present the facts to you, and you can make your own judgment based on information available to you. So here is the first portion of the video. Pay attention to it clearly, audio. I want you to pay attention to it clearly so you can understand what it is.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about trying to get on the road. So I get on the road and then it was just everyone again. Because the common people, they don't save money on the street here. You know, like everywhere you are on the street, you save money to somebody. And that's how I look at it.
All the money saved for the
yeah, so the bureau, you see, go to the bureau. Yeah, so the Jerry is expensive, man. Yeah, that's expensive. the side seriousness. When they sell $150 and $200 on the side.
Huh? Are we
$200 on the side.
Are we side?
I found I just decided not for it because that expensive.
Okay.
Seriously, you go on this expensive.
Yo, in a boy, you can say that bro, how all people can say all country and how.
Yes. On the side, it was us. On the side. Did you get $100 to somebody? They made the person beat on a Lambo. You get $100 US. Then I come in call.
Oh. Hannah, it's too much.
Hey, man, and what the water are drinking,
I say so minimal water the boy drinking. If you take time for that mile, go there. If you have a minimal water, if you slow down. Yeah.
I bought my water in like a rock. I put it in my bed.
I see.
Huh? The bill. I'll get a lot of foolish man. But put a yellow deal for me. Yeah, I put down low.
All right. I'll just pause there for a second. He said he bought what he was in Liberia. And then when the guy told him, if you take time before the money finish, he said he will be the last foolish person. The last foolish person that people have heard this kind of news about him for him to go down again. I hope you're listening. He's saying that he will be the last foolish person. For people to have heard this kind of news about him, for him to go back down again. Keep listening.
Whereby it was not a total upon the call for the OMR as our number, so that I accept it as our number. Then everybody hear me, put down low and take it, and to be broken on me. Mostly you call my ass or that.
Okay. So from our investigation, whatever he said right now, that was also confirmed by us. He's saying the money is not the amount that was called, but is around that amount. And according to our investigation, we were told clearly and confirmed by insider that the money in question, the money that the guy took away, was little over $50,000 as opposed to $70,000. That's why I said there are a lot of things that are clear. By our investigation, this may not be this guy alone. I think he's going to say that, but based on our conversation with some people within the inner cycle, it seems like he's not alone. And some of the information he provided on this audio are authentic. To say the money in question was not $70,000. He said that, and somebody else confirmed that to us in our investigation, that the money is missing, but whatever amount they reported to the police, $70,000, they came back to themselves, or they understood something happened, well, something did not happen, somebody got paid, somebody did not get paid before the money got missing. Also, those who are doubting this audio, just for your information, the lady in question worked at Liberty Party. And the lady was the person that handled the money to the guy. The lady in question, she was instructed to take the money to tell the guy to take the money and put it in the car while they try to quiet the crowd down a little bit, according to the information. But then she was the one that called him and gave him the money to go and put it in the car. When he took the money to the car, he never came back. So she was also put under the obligation to play her part to make sure that she's not implicated. But I want you to listen, because on the second portion of this audio, the lady can have a conversation collaborating with this guy, saying that, because the guy can say, the reason why Martin Kula is not making any post of his own or saying things on his own social media is because of reason. And then the guy can say, oh yeah, because he part of it. The guy can say that. So but I want you to listen. So some of you can just come here, the audio is fake, the audio is that, the audio is this, the audio is that, whatever you think, that's fine. But there are information on here based on this audio and the other audio that something is not right. But I want you to pay attention.
So it's so I got that is not one person there. I see. It's not one person. Okay. It's not one person. A team working. It's not one person. I want to do that carry, but not one person. Four person have one other thing. Oh. I want to that one friend when I call it a Monday, when I call the person name. And I saw it never post me. I see. The number will be posted. Why they cannot post it on their phone? The birthday party. Yeah, please. Social media. I said on the birthday party page. You saw it there? No. Big person. You get your child, you get your child who's trying to come outside to say, oh, I sacrifice my child, you get away? No. Yeah. What are you myself, Woody? I want to eat someone. I said, I want to take care. What are rolling? You look at it, this and the nigga builds me. And the nigga baffled me. Yeah, it's so crazy. The sound taking I can baffle me. Yo, I want to eat my own mouth when I say I want to take you. You want to reach over me? Yeah. You must say you're coming to get me cola. You're coming to get me cola, and every time I can eat it there inside, and me and you all are here. No, you don't want to get a cool? No. I prefer bonus. No, I get a call immediately. The office would say JMS.
Okay, so this portion, those of you who are doubting the audio, the lady is saying, if you're going to give me code that day when I give you the bag, isn't that still incriminating herself if this is fake? Everybody know her. Everybody know where she works. And she is part of the Liberty Party. If she can say, if you're going to give me code that day, I'm going to roll with you. The guy is saying no. I don't want you to be a part of it. I want to be the one to take the bullet. How come she say the day I gave you the bag, the time I gave you the bag, you didn't give me code? That means if she recorded this guy and saying if the time I gave you the bag, if you're going to give me code, is she not incriminating herself? Some of you can just talk you are so politically charged, you don't pay attention, or you are one-sided because you support one group against the other, your sense of reasoning is gonna be clouded. You don't understand anything, but you just criticize everything. Let's assume that this audio is not authentic, but the person there, the name is called. The person is recognized. And she's saying that if you're going to give me code, the time I gave you the bag, that means she is somebody who is part of the whole process. Isn't that clear? That means she participated, she aided and abetted the process. How can somebody be so stupid and incriminate yourself to the level where, okay, let's see if this guy is not found anymore. Assuming that you don't find this guy. Don't you think police can hold this lady responsible who is now recording? Let's say now she's faking this thing to record. But she's saying in the recording that if you're going to give me call, the time I give you the bag. That means she is a part of the whole thing. But some of you can just, talk or behave like you have no sense of thinking. They have no analytical skill. You don't analyze stuff. Listen to the audio to the end. They will play the second portion of the audio.
Okay. You get me? Yeah, I get you. But let it be senior. Let the other benefit. The man is the other and senior. True. Let's know what is all the bonus. Then the other also benefit. You are going to work. You ever begin to all my go by the way or come out of the way. My God. You believe you. You don't need to believe it. My God. They will probably come out of work. When you're ready, we can reach it. You can come to me. What kind of? You know what I mean? I would say so much about the CC. You get me? Just only your one. Yeah. Just only your one. After that, yeah. Then when I'm ready, I will call you. Okay, maybe because the CC shot, they will wait for another the new year. Yeah, the new year we can do that. Yeah, maybe we can reach it as soon as 3 days here. Yeah, 2 days here, whatever 2 days, no problem. Yeah, I can't kill a dollar, whole 2 days. Even all our 70K. Okay, Simeo. So that area, I said, I am looking on my phone all day. I will do that, trust me. Because I saw you calling your leg, going home now, come for small thing now. And that small thing, if you all that mile blow up. And then you're again. I'm a leg. But when you somewhere, you need to build a human relationship at all. Okay. Yeah, you need to build a human relationship around you now and nothing much. Get ready. I'm going to say, I'm going to push on a little. That in my pocket. That will just maintain it for the few times a year. Okay. Let me just tell you, when you travel, we don't consider like 10,000 or 20,000. Yeah. People will ask you, why? Now when I have enough money, they say that money belongs to it, right? Yeah, that's true. You don't travel with money. Why? They say, now I want to. We don't travel with selling money. You don't go down, you don't travel with 10,000 hours, You don't know where the car is. Money now you want, then I want need there, Winky. Yeah, because I can't only be here to say, yeah. And I willing to do that now. I just looking at them pages and watching and posting. Yeah. Today.
Oh my God! Somebody stop calling.
In the snake, I'll put gas on the wood and will let it match it. I give him all my bullets. I just waiting for someone to just advance to pay a 10. I will go for that. But so long nobody make it a 10, it will just be like that. It will be like that for 52 hours. Just be cool. I'm not fighting it. I'm not fighting it. But mistakenly, I will fire. I will fire. I will go hospital. I will fire.
Okay. You heard it. The guy said he was waiting, and people that are involved, he waiting for themselves to post or say anything. He also alleged that that's why Martin Kohler himself is not posting anything or saying anything, because if he does, or if they do anything, he will fire. He will go on Spoon Talk. This happened before the season. Now, after the season, eventually he came on Spoon Talk. I want you to pay attention.
I can tell my free when I can. I'll come out of work. I'll run the work. Okay. I'll come out of work. Give me it. Give me it. I'll be here. When I can, I will come out of work. Trust me. I just decided to not just work now. Let me call you back. I'll call you back. Okay. Let me go after your son. Okay. Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Okay, so that's the first portion of the video. We have, though, let me tell you something. Some of the people who are coming here writing nonsense, it's fake video, it's plain video, it's stage, is that are the people who are creating problem between the opposition. Are the people that are trying to act like because one or two people were involved in some dubious act, so definitely the entire opposition are bad. Those are the people, because one or two people are accused of some dubious act, everybody in the ANC or CPP are bad. That's the picture they want. They don't want to highlight the criminal nature, the criminal behavior of people involved. They want to somehow use this as a tool to somehow send out blanket indictment of the entire institution, whether it's a CPP or ANC. Some of you are not smart enough. You will come here to discredit everything. You have no sense of direction to analyze anything. But your mission is to make sure, first of all, because this thing was done by opposition, and specifically was done by ANC or the CPP, so definitely everything about this whole thing is true, and therefore the entire CPP or everybody in CPP are criminals. That's what you want. That's the picture you want to present. So any attempt by any other person to present the facts, then you definitely try to make that person to look bad. Make that person to look as stupid as you think, as you are. No, people are not stupid. Look at the comments. Let me play the second portion of the video. Then we'll go into conversation. We'll open the line and we'll have a conversation. But I know this investigation will continue. The investigation will continue. But I can tell you, there are a lot of things that are not clear. There are a lot of things that are not clear, honestly speaking. And I know for sure, if this lady who decided because of pressure to record this guy and saying, when I give you the money or when I give you the bag, she is already incriminating herself. She's already incriminating herself. If you come and say, when the money that is missing, say, I give you the bag on a recording and your name is called, and this person, so when they say, okay, good question, Tiola Gibson. Somebody said it was planned, but who? So Matthew Kula will plan this to incriminate himself. So Matthew Kula will plan this. On the second video, you listen to the lady. You listen to the guy. If at all, assuming that it was planned or it was staged, then the question becomes, by who? If this is by Martin Kula, does this video or this audio in any way, shape, or form exonerate Martin Kula? No, not at all. In fact, it incriminates him more because the boy is accusing Martin Kula that he is a part of what happened. The video is not saying anything good about Martin Kula that will exonerate him. The video only shines light on the fact that this boy who said he went to Osage Bush, now believed to be in another country. This is the guy who said he left because he was sick. But now he's telling the whole world the way he needs support in this money issue now. He will be the stupidest person to go down again. So until Martin Kula himself can come on and answer serious questions, because I have a lot of questions for him. And when we spoke to Martin Kula, we really, really wanted him to come on the show. We want to listen to him. We want to ask him serious questions. And there will be other names. There will be other names once we get enough information on them. We invite them. As a matter of fact, we have attempted to invite the chairman of the Liberty Party, chairman of the CPP, Musa Hassan Belete, to also appear here to talk about this money thing and how the whole investigation will end. Because as an institution, as an individual, or as an institution, or individual that you trust, if they cannot be trusted with small money, how can those people be trusted with big money? And we were also told that a few weeks ago, it was one brand new pickup got missing with $10,000 in it. But we are still working on that. We are not here to sugarcoat anything or to actually shift the blame on anybody. But don't just go on your craziness, making yourself to look stupid for not having the ability to analyze or to even understand, to make rational argument. You can go against anybody, that's fine. You don't have to support certain people, but don't just make yourself to look bad. That's not good. Let's listen to the other portion of the audio. Steve, how you doing, my brother? I wish you were here today, but we will see you on Saturday on the show. Let's listen to the other portion. That one is very short. But just listen to exactly what they are saying.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm telling you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that area you must be careful to that play where you air. They put in a baba people there. When you look at the air, she didn't credence here. Yeah, that's small thing. Yes, I know what I'm saying. Martin cannot go to Mina to see what I'm saying. Because he know. Well,
okay. You saying the video is planned by who? The last comment made by this guy, he said, do you think Martin is not able to go on social media to say stuff about me or do X, Y, and Z? He said he can't. And the lady is saying because he knows. So how will Martin go and make this kind of audio or make up this audio or plan this kind of audio or whoever that did it? So who are they trying to incriminate here? So who planned it? How can someone plan an audio to incriminate yourself? The guy is saying Martin is able to go and say stuff about me or about the stuff, make some posts. But he can't. Then the lady's saying, because he's part of it. So imagine if this lady can openly say that I give you the bag, and the same lady is accusing Martin Kula that the reason why Martin will not go and say anything, she is agreeing with the boy on the audio, that because he knows. That means she should be subject to an investigation. She's saying once he gave the bag, saying secondly, she's saying, okay, let's say the boy, let's assume that the boy is all the way, in a different country. He can get apprehended. But what about the lady? We are told the ladies work in the office there, in the Liberty Party office. And she's not somebody in hiding. She's well known. She is accusing Martin Kula as well. She said because he knows. That's why he cannot go and say anything. And then you say somebody make who make the video? Who make the audio? I'm sorry. Let's listen to the end of the. So let me see here.
That's small thing. Yes, I know what I'm saying. Martin cannot go to Mina to see what I'm saying. Because he know. Well, you have a picture. You have nothing more than money. I kept in your car. I get 30 to go for the work in them. Very good to the higher level. Goodness. We put somebody to the wall and do what they're supposed to do. That's true. That's what we drive in and not take it or be a humble. Oh, somebody that come out of work. How you see when I want to? The fast now, a New Year, we people get all at the Christmas. Well, look at the Christmas time shuttle.
Okay. So, I want to say this. I want to agree with you for the sake of argument. Those of you who are saying perhaps this was planned by Martin. Let's assume that's true. But how does it exonerate Martin Kula? This video, how does it exonerate him? This audio, I mean. Oh, just to say, oh, the boy spoke? No. The boy spoke, yes. But if Martin is the one that planned this audio, it put him in problem. The audio is not saying anything that will exonerate him. So if some of you think, that Martin purposely did this and thinking that this will exonerate him, then that's a mistake. Then that's where you got it wrong. Besides this audio, we are making our own investigation. We had a conversation with Martin. We had a conversation with other people. We're talking to people trying to ascertain the facts. But based on what we have received so far, there's no way that this audio actually, that's how some of you are so one-sided when it comes to your thinking. You think that, oh, this audio was exonerate Martin Kula, that's why you just outrightly kicking the whole audio out. Oh, because, oh, no, he's playing, it's fake. You think this thing actually exonerate him? No, it does not. It does not. The fact that the lady in person, she is, hold on one second. Let me just do this. So if you think this lady in person, she is human being that worked with the Liberty Party office there. In fact, per our investigation, we were told that she actually worked in Musa's Beliti's office. Assuming that is true, if that is true, that means Musa Beliti needs to look over his shoulder, making sure that that lady, she is investigated. Because she said, when I gave you the bed, you didn't give me code. But what we heard, she was instructed to give the bed to the guy. But now that she is saying or agreeing with David, Samuel David, that reasons why, one of the reasons why Martin is not doing anything, because he knows she's definitely implicating Martin Kula more than she's helping him. But what we're going to do right now, we are going to open the line to have your opinion. We're going to open the line. You tell us what you think. Like I said, we are not here to tell you who is right or who is wrong. But we play the audio, and we know the audio is authentic. We know the audio is the voice of the gentleman. What we don't know, and we are still investigating, is that how many people are involved? How many people are in the know? As a matter of fact, who the boy is currently communicating with? Who are the people that really know his whereabouts? So I'm going to open the line. You tell me what you think. All of you writing, I know you are entitled to your opinion. Well, your will. the person who told me to put the cash app number. I'm not seeing any money. Yo, what the person is saying. Joseph Conto and everybody else who say put the cash app number. We have not seen anything yet. But let's start. Somebody already started calling. I'm not even sure if this person is calling for the show. Hello, caller. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Hey, Fickle. Assalamu alaikum, man. This is Jimmy Eastman. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
Very good, very good. And here's my take on this thing, Fickle. The fact that he went for, he said he claims he needs spiritual healing is almost an admission for me of guilt.
Okay.
How many times a year people go for spiritual healing? He could not come up with any good excuse except that.
Okay.
And number two, if you look at his facial features when he's explaining,
yeah,
you know, they've got people who study lying. He's lying. He may not have taken all of it. I think he was one of the conspirators, but he is definitely part of that whole scandal, you know, and he's coming to try to, what they call a gaslight, trying to confuse us. Yeah? Huh?
Yes. I'm getting you.
Gaslight. Yes. And so but we're not going to be muffled by that. Let him come back and see if he doesn't face criminal charges. That's the time we will know.
Thank you.
All right.
All right, let's take another caller here. Caller, what's your name and where you calling from? 763 number.
I'm Benedict Brown, and I'm calling from Minnesota.
How you doing, Benedict?
Yeah. So I listened to the tapes, and you know, I mean, no matter what you try to do, Fickle, the guys, their minds are already fixated on who they want to be guilty of the allegations that have been spread around. So whether the guys are involved or not, you know, it really doesn't matter to them. So even if the culprit, the main culprit, if he came out to confess and say, hey, I did it, you know, I take full responsibility of what happened, I mean, the naysayers will not even mind what the guy said. They will still say that, oh, the guy was made to say it. So, I mean, I don't want you to come on your platform to try to convince these guys that it was either Simon that took the money or there are other people that are involved. I mean, let the investigation play on. And whoever that the investigation points to, I hope that the CPP will hold that person or those individuals, you know, culpable and try to prosecute them so that they can either refund the money and give themselves some jail time. And, you know, I mean, we have to set examples. I mean, if we want to change our country.
Thank you very much. You make a lot of sense. Thank you, I appreciate it, because it's like our people kind of like when they have a mindset and they locked it up, they don't care about anything else, and they are not even open to learning anything. So you're right. Thank you very much for your contribution.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, Prince, how you doing, my brother? I'm doing wonderful. Welcome to SKTV, sir. It's been a while.
Thank you very much. Thanks so much. Well, I think I would just like to differ with the last caller.
Okay.
And I want to thank you very much for bringing this to the public opinions, because what you have just done, because it has just put shine a more clearer and brighter light on this guy appearance on Spoon Network. When he went on Spoon Network, the way he came across, it wasn't adding up.
No.
There was a lot of holes in what he was saying. I mean, he seemed to be, he was acting and talking as if to say he'd been prepped as to what to say and how to say it. He couldn't even answer the questions the tough questions. And many of us were suspicious of that interview on Spoon. But our suspicion have been brought to a better, more clarity and validation, because if we listen to the tape now, we know that this guy, he's just digging a deeper hole for himself. And if he really, really claims to be innocent, then one thing he want to do is to take the fugitive stigma off his head. Because if the Liberian people who are in America, in the diaspora, I just wanted to be aware that this case is in the hands of the Liberian National Police Criminal Investigation Division. This case has been investigated, it's been prosecuted, or at least that's what we should all expect. And I commend the ANC or the parties involved for doing such a thing, because that's the only thing they could do. They could get the law involved. So the law is involved right now. So people who want to know better, or rather want to know what's really going on, you should consult and contact the law and see what they're doing. Why are they not pursuing this case vigorously? Why are they not calling Spoon and say, Spoon, you seem to be in contact, a direct contact with a fugitive from justice, a direct contact with a guy who is alleged to be committed crime, a criminal, and the criminal is innocent. Can you show his whereabouts, or can he call us so we can take down his statement? Because as far as I'm concerned on Spoon that day, there was no indication that he called the police to give a statement and side of the story.
No, he did not. He did not.
The only thing he was supposed to give a side of the story rather than calling the police. A man whose name is then in the record, criminally in the record. Interpol is searching for him right now, and he's claiming that he's in the bush, he's taking spiritual treatment. I mean, for real?
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna drag you out of the bush. If you wherever you are, you can call the police will go there and take your statement.
Yeah.
And then you can complete your treatment. But this is all just a clear indication that people are trying to make this thing, spin this thing around to weaponize it and use it against and victimize the victims whose money was stolen, who not forget about the money. You say 70,000, not minimize the essence of the money, okay? Look at the life of these people that put their life in the hand of that young man driving for them. Then somebody had given that man 500,000, say, "Care coming in the corner, so we can divvy that in." That man, we're taking that money, coming in the corner, today we'll be talking different thing. Or we're taking Mandy Kula, or we're taking somebody of high profile of politicians somewhere because of money. So that's what we're looking at, is the essence, the action, the criminality, and the concern about it, and security as well. So thank you so much for doing this. We really appreciate you doing this and bringing this up. You can judge it. It is a clear cut that this thing was not staged, like Spoon interview. It was not playing like Spoon interview, because the recording, it doesn't exonerate anybody. It only created more doubt for the person who is then accused.
Yeah.
You implicating Martin Colley. Even if Martin Colley was playing a song with this thing to exonerate himself, it doesn't even exonerate him, because it creates suspicion around him. But what it developed is that this guy here, who is alleged to have stolen this money, he got something to, he's in the know. Maybe it was a bigger conspiracy than we're looking at. Maybe he did it with other people that unknown to Martin Colley. Then maybe it's a bigger conspiracy, and he need to come up and be investigated. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. So let's get a caller here. Caller on the other line. What's your name and where are you calling from? Hello?
Thank you, sir. My name is Momo Saki. I come from Minnesota.
Momo Saki, it's been a while. How you doing, my brother?
We are I'm out to you. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, sir. Yeah, so what do you think?
Yeah, I'm listening to the recording and I'm listening to the video you play from Spoon TV. If the recording is true, that means it was the guy who took the money, and I believe, like, according to him, I don't think it can be one man something. It looks like it's a people who involved in it. But I think this is bad for our society. For young men so drugs and you broke that drugs is bad. And I don't see why people must say the recording is fake. You gotta be listening to the man's voice on Spoon and you listening to the voice on the recording. It's almost the same. You may not be a member of EMC, you may not like the party, but that should be too. And like I tell people, I think there's a lesson for Mr. Comey. This is time for him to at least know the type of people that are lying, people some people only joining him because maybe he got it found out, but they are not in interest. I think it's time for him to know better from wrong. It's like the people can say, not everybody can say Hosanna, Hosanna. The simple as say Hosanna, the simple can say crucify. I think this is just a case study for him. So I think this is wrong for people to say the recording is fake.
Thank you, sir.
The recording is in the audio is almost the same.
Yeah, it's the same. That's the first thing I did when I got the first recording. I tried to draw a contrast between the voices, right? Trying to make sure if it's the same voice, and I know it's the same person, and the way the person speak, the way they respond to question, and the way the guy talk compared to what he said on Spoon, you could tell clearly that it is him. And what this does, in fact, it clarifies the fact that the guy in fact is a criminal. Beside that, because he's admitting that he did it, but he's not alone, and he's telling you the reason why he did it. But thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Sego, and thank you for the help.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter which party you find yourself. It does not really matter. Some of you calling the same number that the other person is on. That's why we have two numbers available. If the other one is not going through, you call the other one. I got two phones here. Okay, now two people calling the same time. Let's get this first person. Caller, when I pick up your call, just hold the line when I call your number. The last 4 DJ 4520. What is your name and where you calling from?
Okay.
Yeah, 4520. It's your time. 612 number.
Yeah, the Uncle Pete, the man for all the campus.
Uncle P, how you doing, sir?
I should hold on.
No. You go ahead.
Yeah, the Uncle Pete, the man for all the campus.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Look, Sekou, I want to thank you for what you are doing to transmit this information to our people. Oh, can I talk?
Yeah, you stop listening to the monitor. Just listen to your phone directly. Because the monitor delays. Go ahead. Just talk to your phone.
What Spoon and others are doing is supposed to be done by the police in Liberia. Because there is a case that are being reported to the police. And they are ignoring it because of politics. But they are damaging the record of the country. No country will come and invest in our country when we do not have transparent justice. This case has been reported to the police. It is their responsibility to call a press conference and inform the Liberian people about their investigation.
What does Spoon do for you to say they are the one doing something bad? What did he do?
No, Spoon is not doing anything bad. Don't get me wrong.
Okay.
Spoon not doing anything bad. Sekou not doing anything bad. What I'm saying is, for these guys to be called in Spoon and the police are supposed to brief the Liberian people, the government, the international community about this case, and they are being mute. They are not saying nothing about this case. So that way they are informing the world because of the justice system in Liberia. It is the responsibility of the police to investigate this case and keep briefing the Liberian people. But it is done by the social media, for which they are doing good job.
Thank you.
But it is the job of the police to investigate their case and inform the Liberian people.
Yeah, all right. Thank you, Uncle P. Thank you very much.
Yes.
All right, let's go to the other line here. Last 4 DJ is 2513. 984 number. What is your name and where you calling from?
Sekou, how you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you?
I'm good. My name is Lee Zay. I call from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Okay.
Sekou, I want to thank you so much for your analysis.
Thank you.
Yeah, a couple of days I listened to the guy on Spoon, and sometimes people say appearance can be deceitful.
Mm-hmm.
I was in empathy with him until I listened to this audio you just played, because according to me, he told us that he was ill in the bush, and you could see his appearance like someone who is ill. But like I said earlier, appearances can be very deceitful. And you know, I was very shocked to listen to the audio that the lady recorded, and he was explaining everything and talking about where he is and what he's gonna do with the money and how they're not gonna get him, you know. And I also listened to you. You talk about the lady who is implicating herself. I agree with you, Signal, and she might have a reason to me, and I felt perhaps she wanted to get the information because, like you said earlier, that she was a prime, or she could be a prime suspect because she handed him the money, and people could be looking at her. But I bet she wanted to get some information from him, saying that, oh, why you didn't tell me when you got the money, so you and I could chill here, or we could hang out from here, and we could. And he said, no, you can be part of it. Let me take the bullet myself or alone.
Yeah.
So yeah. But not to go further, I know a lot of people on the line. I have some doubts too, especially when he continued to talk about I was sick and I continued to tell my thing. And, you know, I came to myself. Okay,
Yeah.
you were sick. You continued to ask him for money, and he couldn't give you money. That was an implication. Definitely, that was an implication. As a security person, if you listen to him, so was that a reason why the money got missing or it got stolen?
Yeah.
So yeah, I want to thank you, and I think I'm clear on that, and I'm very happy for your analysis. So whoever is saying the audio is fake, I think maybe they're from another planet or something. Thank you so much, Sigu. Continue, good job.
Thank you very much. Let's go to another caller here. Caller, what is your name and where you calling from? 612 number 9634.
Hey, this is Ben, the Honorable Constitution. How are you?
Hey Ben, how you doing, my brother?
Good. I have a quick question. I don't know if you have an answer to that first.
Go ahead.
How much is this money that was missing?
Okay. So based on my own investigation, on our investigation from SKTV, we were told it's a little over $50,000. And according to
How much?
it's a little over $50,000. According to the audio, the recording, the guy is saying to the lady that is not the exact amount that has been speculated, 70,000, but it's somewhere around there. So that collaborates where we were told.
All right. Now let me ask my question now.
Yeah.
So you see how the people themselves, who this money got stolen from, you see how they made the case even more complicated? Because they came to the public and could not even tell the public how much was missing. That alone causes a lot of, I mean, like, are they serious? Who lost money and can't tell the people how much was stolen from you? How? I'm done.
Ben.
Bye, man.
Ben.
Yeah.
Before you go.
Yeah.
You remember,
Yeah.
I don't know whether you listened to me when I said doing my own investigation, I kind of found a lot of things that are not clear. From talking to some of the people, let me tell you something. From talking to some of the people, I'm not a police officer to say, okay, I'm going to arrest you or I'm going to hold you responsible by what you just said. From talking to some of the people, how this money was managed in the first place creates a lot of doubt in my mind. Like somebody, even though this guy can be blamed for being the main architect, for main doer of the art, but people who the behavior and the attitude of people who facilitated him, who gave him the leverage, the opportunity to engage in this criminal act, they themselves too are to be blamed. Because if you listen to some of the people that I spoke to, the way the money went around, how the money came in, when the money came in, some of the conversation that I heard, it was not convincing to me. This guy is part of it. I know 100% that this guy who ran away is part of it. But it cannot be him. It's not just him.
Let me tell you, I've been doing some background in business. I've been asking one or two questions. The thing here is that I have not been able to gather how much was this money, but this money was an amount that was being expended from. So other of these people mismanaged this money, and then this guy too went and then stole this money. So they just want to put everything in one and say, oh yeah, the other money was stolen. How about some of the money that was already spent? Because this amount of money was what.
Okay. Let me tell you in the viewership what I heard. Just a little bit of what I heard in terms of what was spent. Because I have similar concern. But why you people say it was $70,000? Why is it that the information reaching to the public was $70,000? Then somebody told me, oh, some money was spent, but we forgot that we had spent that much from the money. I said that's not clear. I have a serious problem with that. Yeah. Yeah. So whatever the case is, there was money stolen, there was mismanagement, there were people being very irresponsible with the money. That's the point. But thank you, man. Thank you very much.
It's just like your mom sent you in the market to go buy food, and then you they gave you $10, and then you use $5 to play Google TV. On your way, somebody stole the other $5 and they fire for you. We put the money. Oh, they stole the money from me. But you didn't tell your mom that you play Google TV without other $5. Just what happened here.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you.
Thank you, Ben. Thank you very much. Okay, let's go to the next caller here. 302 number caller. So somebody, let me see if the person don't want me to call their name, but I think somebody sent us $50. Let me see here. Yeah, I think it's Joseph Conto. We appreciate it, Joseph Conto. He sent SKTV $50 as a contribution to the institution. We appreciate it. Thank you very much. Joseph Conto, the only person that donated money today to SKTV. We appreciate you so much. So let's get to the caller here. Caller, what is your name and where you calling from? 302 number.
John Cummings.
John Cummings?
Yeah.
So what's your take?
The first thing, I really don't know where this conversation started from, even though I got in the middle of it. But I believe it's about the money that was given to that driver who absconded the area and went somewhere else. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. I think I heard the other caller when he said that this guy was not alone. This guy was not alone. He did not act alone. Number one, whoever collected the money may have given him instructions. And when they took that money and gave it to this guy, he did what he felt best he could have done with it. Now, let me be clear. When a group thing happens, you just don't hold one person. Even though it may be wrong when it is done. But this is the fact. This money was either collected to perpetuate havoc or chaos in the communities. I stand corrected.
What do you mean by that?
Well, was it not for protest? Was it not for
a rally is not actually a protest. A rally can be
the context from which I'm speaking. Knowing Liberia, we have never ever had any rally or protest without any major scuffles. Am I correct or wrong?
Not necessarily. Actually, per history, actually, we even saw protest, not even a rally, we saw a protest that went very smooth with nobody got injured or anything. They could do something protest. So not necessarily. Yeah, you may be right, but not necessarily. Actually, sometimes it happens, but sometimes everything can just go smoothly.
All right. Well, whatever it is, if they said if the motto of that or if the title of that rally or protest or whatever it would be was to relieve the suffering people This guy, don't you think he was suffering?
That was not. I think you got the whole thing wrong, my brother. Let me say.
No. Hold on a second.
Okay. Let me help you out. Since you asked a question, according to the people who staged the rally, they said the rally was about to tell the government, to enlighten the government that they are tired of suffering. It's not for they were not the one to go and alleviate the suffering from the people. They were there to go and signal to the world and enlighten the government that whatever, if you're not paying attention to us, we're telling you now we're tired of suffering. But it's now for them to alleviate the suffering from the people. So even if that guy was suffering, the money was not for you. Money was not for you to take care for himself and alleviate the suffering and leave everybody else.
I agree, my brother. I agree. But where does judgment begins? Liberia was founded on Christian principles. Where does judgment begins? Judgment begins in your own house. Now, look at a guy like Louis Brown. Look at the people who were the masterminds behind this thing here. They were the same people who took that money and gave it to this man. And who knows whether it was all the money they gave this guy? Who knows whether it was all the money they gave this guy? Now, let me be clear. I'm not saying that it was the most prudent thing that this guy did. But if it was I have families at home.
You will have taken it too?
I would have taken that money too.
All right, my brother. What was your name again?
My name is John Cummings.
John Cummings. Thank you very much.
All right.
He said he the one he was going to take the money too. Oh my God. Wow. Let's take this caller here. Caller 60609 number. What is your name and where are you calling from?
This is Mother. I'm calling from Delaware.
What was your name again?
I'm a joker, but they call me man. On my Facebook page. I need a joker.
No, don't call any name. I just want to make sure you are somebody.
Yeah, I will follow that show.
All right, go ahead.
Actually, I'm not a Kumi fan, but no one should say Kumi was somebody who he want to take action and so lenient. They get Kumi from in our whole issues. Number one, number two, that guy just educated himself 100%. It's not. Voice is a verse that is in a spoon and compared it with two voices. The two voices rather is the same.
Yeah.
So, that is said right now is the police. If the police can come out and you see that now start calling names. All the people that included in a technical deep, you start calling names. That investigation is already done. They will deal with the police to enforce it. That's it. We're not going to do anything. People came down to do it. Let people do that work.
All right, my brother. Thank you very much. We got you. Thank you. So, oh my God, this person. When I answer your phone, you don't hang up the line. You just stay there, and then you hold the line till I call your last 4-digit number. Then you can speak. Okay? Yeah, just stay there. You got other people ahead of you. Mr. Steve Bully. What say you, my brother? Welcome.
Can you hear me?
You're live, sir.
Well, first of all, I want to say thank you. Thank you for the show.
Thank you.
Thanks to the members of the team in the back. And thanks to all of our listeners and our viewers and those who are contributing. I want to say thank you so much. I've had the opportunity to listen to the tape. I've had the opportunity to read from documents behind closed doors. Here are some of my views and my take on this issue. First of all, the fact has been established that money were missing. Yeah. That is a fact. The no longer story is a fact. Another fact that has also been established is there is more than one player into this money being missing.
True.
That is another fact that is established. Another fact that has also been established to the public, it seems as though, or it appears as though, this is an inside job, but I was influenced from outside with the goal, only one goal,
show that they do everything they can to kill the momentum of the rally or the rally itself. And that's where the question now comes to me. For me, it's no longer about who's involved, who's not involved. What is about now at this point is the ANC, the CPP, sitting and thinking, are they infiltrated? Let me tell you something. This is an inside job done by people outside to influence this. You will also have to recall that this was done with a political motive to distract the Liberian people, to thwart the effort, and to ensure that this rally does not hold. So, based on what I know, based on the information I've gotten so far, one of the suspects, one of the people that are behind this entire money making and entire halubalu is Spoon Talk and Spencer Wilson. They know exactly what's going on. They know exactly what happened. It don't make any sense that even in the recording, this young man, even before he appeared on Spoon Talk, preempted that he would appear on Spoon Talk. It don't make any sense. Why he never say he would appear on the radio in Liberia? There are a lot of radio stations. There are a lot of other places. Why they need to Spoon Talk? This is a coordinated, collaborated effort. And if they think, and they want to know how the money is making, and they want to know the fact, now the facts will come out. This is a coordinated effort. And so that means...
So, but why would Spoon be the one doing that? What do you think, what do you tend to benefit? What he tend to benefit?
Because they did everything they could to ensure that this particular rally did not win. They did everything they could. So they are found suspects into this. But not only that, they rejuvenated the case by bringing a young man on. But the young man told us in the recording that he was going to go on Spoon Talk long before he even came back. How did he establish contact with them? All of these are factors, all of these are things that need to fall in place. Let me tell you something, Mr. Kane. We're not going to sugar for the 2017. Me, I keep saying it. Anybody want to call me whatever title they want to call me, let them call me that title. I'm not here to play around, I'm not here to play games. At the end of the day, the truth of the matter is this. The truth of the matter is this. This is totally against the CPP. The goal is to destroy the CPP at all costs, to create distrust, to create problems, to create noise, to just create huge problems in the CPP. And Spoon Talk is one of the vehicles that is used by the president to do that. I'm saying it all year, and my own words I'm using. They are the people orchestrating these things. This is coordinated, and we continue to follow the lead as well. And your team this story will forget about it. Call them again will come with other development. And for you who won't be political correct, me and I talk, ANC talk, the other people talk, and I'm seeing no party. But the fact of the matter is, you can't have people playing these Biancos where Alex.
So let me ask you before you go, Steve. So what about people who were with the notion or who were spreading the information that the people knew that the rally was not going to be successful? That's why they fake this money missing issue, that there was no money missing. So what can they say now?
Well, here is the thing though. From our investigation, Mr. Kane, we are informed, reliably informed, that there was a divide in the camp of the CPP, that when the money got missing, that they shouldn't say anything. They should forget about it after the rally. However, because Spoon were aware they have the informants around the ANC, the CPP, or whatever it is, they blew the whistle to them. They knew about it. That particular young man that spoke on the phone is in constant contact with the Spoon. They are coordinating. So when it came out, they decided to run with the story. Spoon decided to
but I thought it was Martin Kola who went to the police.
That's what I'm getting to now.
Okay.
So then they went into an executive meeting and said, no, if we don't say anything ahead of time, Other people will say it will create problem, it will create noise. So let's be the first to announce it. That's when the decision about talking about it came out. The eve of the rally. Mr. Connor, the bigger picture here is this. The bigger picture here is this. There are some people, there are most people, including the spoon talk and Witherspoon. I'm calling the newspaper Witherspoon. They are hell bent on ensuring that there will be no change in Liberia. That other people do not come to power, so they will do everything they can to destroy them. But that is not how it's supposed to be. So they are in coordination with this young man. They know exactly where he is. They know exactly what's going on. And they know exactly what it's doing. Other people that might be attached and closely connected or more coming or in the coming circle, that one of the ANC people business. We told it from day one. We open it up that there are more and more you guys. Put yourself together and get yourself together. They want looking at the business. That one of the business, I'm not concerned about that. I'm concerned about the bigger danger in the country, such as what some of these guys are doing in order to thwart the Liberian people effort, confuse them, but yet they say it for the Liberian people, but they are still aiding and abetting the survival of criminals for a cause, though. How can this be something that they be supporting? Well, okay, if Stephen Wilson know the whereabouts, which he knows of this young man, and he know where the young man is, the young man is doing communication with you. This young man is a fugitive. He's a criminal. He's criminal, facilitated the stealing of money of people. Why he can bring a level of police? This is a problem. This is a problem. When you want to bring it on the show, one minute the boy got smoke, then you tell him back, you lie. Nobody's speaking there. But we'll be back on Saturday, Mr. Colonel. For you, everybody, diplomatic, diplomatic, I'm a countryman. I can talk after this. Those who like me, they like me. Those who don't like me, they don't like me. I'm not here to shift any opinion. What I'm here is to speak with the facts and the issues. So the issue here is, this is a coordinated effort, and this is really to do one thing, to support criminal people and bad people to continue to be leading Liberia, which is wrong for the country. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve. We'll see you on Saturday. Well, let's go to the next caller here. The last 4 DJ is 2542 678 number. What is your name and where are you calling from? Hello?
Hello?
Your name is Frank Davis, you said?
Frank Davis, and I'm calling from Atlanta, Georgia.
All right. What say you, my brother?
Yeah, I listened to the recording that you played.
Okay.
And the part that I have 1 or 2 questions to ask. The first thing I wanted to know was who did that recording? That was my first question. And then when I listened throughout, I began to gather facts that yes, the guy took the money and he had done it in collaboration with others. But then at the end of his conversation with the girl, he said, how can somebody be so wicked? You work for them all this time and you don't get paid. So if he didn't work in with other in stealing the money, that statement doesn't add up to him working along with somebody to steal the money. That if there were other people who stole the money along with him, that statement at the end of his conversation with the girl was, how can they be so wicked? So he stole the money because he had not been getting paid. He didn't take this money because he was part of the syndicate to steal the money. This money was stolen. He stole the money because he had not gotten paid over the months. They have been wicked to him. That was why he stole the money. So that's what I had in my mind. I was following along that, okay, yeah, he stole the money. There were other people that stole the money with him. He walked along with people. So then the other question is, did he take that wasn't his share? Was it Martin on a share that was sent to him in the car? Did he know all along that this money was going to be stolen and Martin sent the money to him to keep, so he was stealing Martin's share of the money? That's my question to you, sir. Thank you for the show. This is my first time coming to the show, and I'll follow, and I would like to, in the future, to make some donation too. But thank you so much.
We appreciate it, my brother. Thank you very much for your input, for coming on today. We want you to come on every day, please.
Okay, I will follow you.
Yeah.
I will follow every day.
Keep following. Thank you very much. So speaking of donation, he just talked about donation. Yeah, we receive another $20 from somebody else. Let me see here the name. Yeah, that's Zota. Zota, thank you very much. He sent $20. So Joseph Conto sent $50. Zota sent $20. We appreciate it. SKTV appreciate every penny you sent to us. We call people name unless you tell us you don't call our name. We love to tell people thank you. We have to recognize you so that people can know exactly who are reaching out to SKTV by way of donation. So there's last 4 DJ here. 0724 609 number. What is your name and where you calling from?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Brother Kenneth, how you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you?
Pretty much I'm good. My name is Abraham Conant. Okay?
Abraham, welcome.
Yes, thank you. I've been following the show and I was just listening to Steve's exposition on the whole process based on his the inner information he said he had received. But everything, one good thing we should factor in right now is establish the fact that indeed there is a prime culprit in the case.
Mm-hmm.
Then the video record or the voice recording can allude to that fact that indeed Simeon is a prime suspect. But one thing that the ANC or the CPP, they are doing an injustice to themselves on the case is the fact that the silence of the amount of money that got stolen since then, that's 1, 2, and the conflicting information that came up from the very get-go. Here's one fact. I vividly recall initially the day after the rally, they said it was a $70,000 situation. And a couple of days after, the Stability, who happens to be the chairman of Liberty Party, I think came on the Spoon Show and he said, who told you that $70? I think it's around $50,000. So now, if you start to get people alluding to the fact that they took money based on their own recording, but then officially it's yet to be stated the total amount that got stolen. Now, when you start to bring this information in bits and pieces, you give reason for doubt, and as the doubt linger on in the mind of the people, any other thing that you bring out, it be very, very difficult to be bought by the very people. I know we need not overemphasize the gullibility of the voting populace of that country right now. So I think until they can factor in the reality of it, because it's nothing to be hidden anymore. It's established that money got stolen. So I will not understand why they can't come out officially, because pretty much they got level-headed people over there. They got accountants.
All right. So Abraham, not to cut you off, let me just give you something. Maybe I said it earlier, right, after we listened to the audio. I said that based on our own investigation,
right,
I heard one of the people that I spoke to told me that maybe the reason why the initial amount was was about $70,000. We did not factor in the initial payment that were made, and then I asked to who. I was told to the security, because they were making payments to people, grouping and auxiliary groups and stuff. Yeah. So the person said to the security people, he said about $15,000. So the person said to me, what I know for sure is a little over 50,000. I did not listen to Brother Ability's interview with Spoon. I didn't listen to that.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. So and that collaborates with what this boss said on the audio. He told the girl that actually it's not the amount they are saying.
That's my point.
Yeah, he said it's not the exact amount. So that means it's not the $70,000. And now if it can be collaborated that it's not the $70,000, that means the actual amount is around $50,000.
Around over $100,000
We don't know. We don't know anyway. Just conclude so I can take the next call, my brother.
Yeah. So no, I mean, I'm just saying that from my own, because we are all speculating on it until they can come officially to state something.
Sure.
Obviously, I'm sure there were budgetary allocation made for that particular rally they talk about and entrusted into the hands of financial people. So until they come up with that fact, people will continue to speculate. And when they speculate on the issues, even if you bring the fact that later on, it's going to be hard to be bought. So that was my only point I wanted to put in there, my dear brother.
Yeah, my brother. Thank you very much for your contribution. We appreciate it.
Thanks for the show, man. Yeah.
Sure. All right, let's get to the next caller here. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? 612 number 05889.
Yes, sir. My name is Joey Minnesota.
Your name is?
Joey.
Your voice is not clear, my brother. Can you try to be audible a little bit?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay, yeah, so my name is Joey Minnesota.
Yeah, your voice is still bad. I'm sorry. Hello?
Hello, is it much better? Is it much better?
Yes, much better.
Okay. Yeah, my name is Paul, calling from Minnesota.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to, speak about this whole money target from the angle of, Alexander Benedict Cummings.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's unfortunate that people who don't like him will come up, when the money situation happened. It came out right away that, they have a whole lot to say. I say Mr. Cummings just supposed to force him to do and just start firing people because he's the political leader. I don't know if they are doing that out of pure ignorance or out of willful ignorance, because we all know the political leader. I mean, does not run the party. I mean, does not run the political party. And I was rather that they will fear my friends or two of my friends at least on one of your show. And I try to make them understand that just from the perspective of division of labor, you cannot hold Mr. Cummings accountable for the money going missing, because as a leader, even if you don't want to disperse the money was dispersed. Now, whatever happened now, it's not his fault to say, oh, why Mr. Cummings sat there, the money, 70,000 got missing on his watch. That means that's a testament to his leadership. I thought that was unfair. And I just wanted to speak to that. Money is missing, trying to use that money situation because Cummings is, this one executive that worked around the world, and all of a sudden, he can't run a political party. I think it was unfair. That's all I want to talk about.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for that.
No problem. Thank you, brother. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So, let's see here. So somebody else sent $25. The person, I don't know, they didn't put a note whether I say or their name or not, but the name is Dorothy Savage. Dorothy, thank you very much. She sent $25 to SKTV through Zelle. So the first two people that sent money, they sent it through Cash App, Zota, and Joseph Conto. We want to say thank you to both of you for your contribution to SKTV. So again, keep your call coming in. I miss a lot of calls because people can be calling the same number while other people are talking, and I can't call them off. But yeah, we have two numbers there. Call either one of the number and you have your time. We're going to have about 2-3 minutes to go. So, another thing I wanted to talk about, but we don't have time for it today. Hopefully, we'll talk about it on Saturday or Sunday. It's about the health of the former Vice President, Ambassador Joseph Numa Boakai. And we at SKTV, we pray for his speedy recovery. Whatever news that have been put out there, whether the actual news or compromised news, whatever it is, as long it has to do with illness, it's not a good news. So we pray that he will recover speedily, and we pray that nothing happened to him. He will be well and we can all have fun with this election together. But as to what is really going on and information we have available to us, he being a public figure or someone who is aspiring to be president of our nation, it is fair and only fair for us to talk about this is not. So it's only fair for us to talk about anything that's going on around them. Similarly, when we are got sick, when we are contracted COVID, when we talk about it, because they deny it, they did not present a clear picture to the people. When we talk about it here, we got insulted by citizens. They say we were lying. They say we had never had COVID. And we know he had a COVID. We know he went through it like everybody else, including myself. But there is a culture in Liberia. People will laugh for people no matter what. And when you say certain things about certain people, even though they know the truth, but they will lie. That is not good. We are all human. We all got sick. We all are subject to being sick. And we'll all die one day. So whether you got sick, you don't get sick, if your time comes to die, you will die. So when you hear about somebody being sick, the best you can do is to pray for the person. You cannot politicize sickness. You cannot politicize death. You cannot politicize anything that we are all subject to. I'm subject to get sick. You are. Everybody will get sick one day. Or you can get sick, or you have been sick at some point. But when we get sick, providing a clear picture to the people so they can pray for us, I think that is in our interest. Caller, what is your name and where you calling from?
My name is Justina Gatti.
Justina, what?
Yeah.
What's your last name?
Justina Gatti.
Justina Gatti, how are you?
I'm fine, Brother Sickle. How you coming?
I'm doing wonderful. Welcome to SKTV. What's to you?
Well, for me, I'm not into politics anymore. God is actually doing a lot of wonders through my life.
That's good.
When it comes to what's happening to Babaka is actually God said it. I think weeks or days before. There was a time my brother asked me to do a video where I said that they should pray for the four political leaders, that one of them are going to fall sick, and that sickness was not going to kill the person. And the Lord precisely named them. He said, Baraka, Cummings, Yuri, Nyamblikanga, Dillon, and Hassan Bility. He said they should pray, because among the six of them, someone was going to fall sick, but that sickness was not going to kill them. And when I said that, a lot of people came, insulted me, but then later, after a couple of days when it happened, then people came back to me. So I want people to understand that there are things that God is doing in this nation, like he's trying to call Liberia back to himself. But until Liberian can recognize God, that God is lost, that God is peace, Liberia will not be able to go forward, because God is trying his best, moving his spirit in among men, be in whatever way to let people know that we need to let go hate, so that the Spirit of God can reign among us and then reign in the nation. Because we are the nation, you and myself, regardless of what you believe or regardless of what I believe. But the bottom line is that we believe in the supreme God who is the creator of the heaven and earth. So I want to encourage all those who are praying evil upon their fellow human being to stop, because you don't know whether you could be next. And I want everybody to understand that when someone is sick, it is prayer that can bring those people back. don't be like Noah, who had the opportunity to have prayed for God not to bring the flood, but he didn't. He was selfish enough because God was hearing from him. And so he gathered his animals and the rest of everything and put them in the boat. And then when the flood came, everybody died. After everybody had died, he started crying, God, why? God, why? No. And God was like, shut up. You should have prayed and asked me to forgive, to learn, and not to bring the flood. So, like, even when we hear somebody sick, let all of us do away with politics and pray for the best for our country. Because you don't know which one of the leaders God will use to deliver this nation. That's just my contribution, brother.
Is this Justina Taylor?
Yes.
All right, my sister. Thank you for your contribution. Appreciate it.
Okay, thank you.
Well, folks, we got to leave it there for today. Like Steve was saying, we will dive into the health issue of Ambassador Barkai on Saturday. Perhaps we'll give you more information as they come. But our prayer and our thoughts are with him and his family, and we hope he recovers as soon as possible and be ready for the political theater. But yes, it was nice being here today. I really appreciate all of you being here, and we will see you on Saturday. Thank you so much. The conversation was was really good. I enjoyed it. Good night, everybody.
Hey. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Oh. It was gonna be. Oh.
D12 on the beat.
If nobody talks about you, you are nobody. If nobody chewing your bone, you are nobody. They will know everything about you more than you know yourself. Yeah. They will talk just to bring you down. They will spread all your bad news more than they spread your good news. Everybody wants to go to heaven, but no one wants to die. Oh, see, let them do the talking again. See, I will do the bluffing, yeah. Anything they say about me, please believe it. Believe it. Believe it. Believe it. Believe it. Anything they say about me, please believe it. Believe it. If nobody talks about you, you are nobody.
There is this young guy here called Larry Putu. I can say shame on you, man. You need some money, then you ask him how much the poor game. How much you send? cheap ass nigga. How much you send? You asking me how much the people get? And not all the 3 people that give money. You cheap like hey, you want to know what the people get? What about your own? 2 people give money to through WhatsApp, Cash App. One person gave $25 to. I even forgot to even remind like people like Prince then can be on the platform here. They can't give money. But Larry, let me tell you, saying you don't give money, but you want to know how many people get, you make it, do the math now. $50, $20, and $25. That's it. So I'm not gonna say that again. The guy's a cheap nigga. I'm not gonna say the other one. Please don't want me to say that. Yeah, the guy is cheap. I don't know, Larry Putu, whatever you call it, Nisa. Yeah, how much you receive a cash app today? $20, $50, and $25 on Yes, indeed. I like that song, man. I'm gonna play that song back. The guy just distracted me because he just like noise. Cheap, you don't want to give money, but you want to be knowing, you want to know how much people. I didn't say anything. Oh. The guy that just cheap, man. I don't say all the things they want me to say. I don't want to say it again. Yeah, I don't want to say it. The guy just cheap. Because the other word we need to use on here, I will not use it again. The guy that CDC who like this platform, so we like him too. He's just cheap. You can't tell people how much the CDC people give. Yeah, it's CDC. Oh, you say he's a stupidician. Okay. Sorry. I didn't say that. You say he was a stupidician? Okay. Whatever it is. But I say thank you to you guys. We really appreciate it. Trust me. We appreciate everybody. So let me go play my something back. Oh, because I'm talking now, somebody else sent $20. Let me see. Oh, but then y'all keep sending money there. I will stay on. Because I still waiting for Prince to send money because everybody send money, Prince not send money, man. I can't use it. But yes, indeed, really appreciate it. One person already sent money. The person's last name is Mo. Let me see if they, because I have to read people's stuff when they say they want to remain anonymous. I don't want to call their name. Let me see. Yeah. Okay. None of that. Let me see. Yeah. Everybody just a donation for SKTV. Mo, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. So the way you now start doing the thing now, I'm tempted not to stay on because Steve just text me, say, man, why are you leaving on the boat sending you money? But I gotta go now. We gotta go now. I mean, we've been here for 2 hours, and 2 hours is a lot. We appreciate it. Those who are yet to donate, if they will donate, even if we're not on. So it's good. Every day, like my brother Joseph come today, every day, if I forget, you should remind me. You know, a small smoke and full of pocket. The money why I get to this, I can help pay for some of the software thing that we've been using on here. Everything is okay. Anything. We've been doing this by ourselves all the whole time. If you donate, we appreciate it. If you don't, you're being here, we appreciate it. We appreciate everything. So let me go back to play my song. The song that I like. Because this song here means a lot to me.
Hey. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Oh. It was gonna be
D12 on the beat.
If nobody talks about you, you are nobody. If nobody chewing your bone, you are nobody. They will know everything about you more than you know yourself. Yeah. They will talk just to bring you down. Yeah. They will spread all your bad news more than they spread your good news. Everybody wants to go to heaven, but no one wants to die. Oh, see, let them do the talking again. See, I will do the bluffing, yeah. Anything they say about me, please believe it. Believe it. Believe it. Believe it. Believe it. Anything they say about me, please believe it. Believe it. If nobody talks about you, you are nobody. If nobody chewing your bone, you are nobody. If you like it, you can add your own there, just to make it juicy. If you like, you can pour your own there, just to make it spicy. I know you like the cheese and you like the fries too. don't care about